Olá, I'm Soraya, and today I'm going to do the Share the Love tag that was created by Erica. The YouTube channel is on Colors, but I'm going to put all the information in the description of the video so you can go there and see the questions that she made so we can answer. So the first question is: share a finished page you love. Tell us what you love about it. So my favorite finished page is this one. And you must be thinking, what is happening here? How can this be her favorite coloring page? But this page represents the moment that I didn't give up adult coloring, because I started less than 2 years ago, and despite my physical limitations, I had no problems in coloring with my left hand because I'm left-handed. But then after a couple of months, my wrist started hurting, so I had to mostly stop coloring with my left hand. So I didn't know what to do because coloring was a new hobby that I really loved. So I thought about different ways that I could add color to a page, and I thought of my washi tapes, and that's how I color this whole page. These are different colors of washi, and then I just made a face of Yoda because these are the colors of Yoda, and that was the beginning of me experimenting with different materials to color. So I did this page, and then I also did this page only using washi, and let's see more. So I did all the wallpaper pages. I just use washi. This one is the one that I like the least, but I was trying to do the lightsabers, the dark and the light side. And there's more. Here's one more. So all of these were done with washi. So this first page, the one that I like the most, it's my not giving up page. So when you encounter a problem, try to figure out different solutions so you can keep moving forward. And if it's something that you really like in my case it was coloring, maybe you can find a way, and I'm happy with this, because imagine if I haven't done this page, there will be no, hang on, Alien Worlds completed. So all of this was done after that page. So if I have given up doing that, and I will show you more pages, there will be none of this. And also recently we have Ivy, so there will be no Ivy that I'm doing now. And also imagine the coloring community not having Space Timber. So if I haven't done that page, I wouldn't have the idea of doing a whole month of celebrating space, and then the whole coloring community helped out and made it possible for Space Timber to exist. So without that page, none of this would exist. So that's why that's my favorite page. The next question is, hang on, because this is a lot of books and they are heavy for me, because after this hand started giving me problems, you can see that this hand is swallowed. So now my right hand also has problems, so I need to be careful with them. So the next page is share an uncolored page you love. And I'm going to not really say a colored page. So what about this page you love the most? And for me it's not a page, it's a whole book, because right now I'm completing Ivy. So this is the next page that I need to do. So I'm doing the whole book, and I have here, you know, the book prepared. So the next and colored pages that I want to do, it's Ivy pages. Oh, before I forget, I want to add a question because I think it's a fun question, which is share the page that made you laugh the most. And even though I have many pages, thank God, that make me laugh a lot, this last one that I laughed thinking about it, I laughed creating, and I laughed today. It's, hang on, whoops. It's, hang on. Okay, so this is the page that made me laugh the most, because this is the last Ivy page that I shared with you. I have a couple more that are already completed, but I need to record that video. So hopefully it's going to be the video next after this one. So in this part of the story of Ivy, oh, and before I also forget, if you want to see all the pages of Ivy, you just go to the playlist on my YouTube channel, and there I show you all the pages and I explain you the story. But here at this point of the story, Ivy was thinking, she was lost, she was going after the butterfly and she didn't know what to do. So she was thinking, what can I do? And she was remembering Yoda's teaching when he was teaching Luke Skywalker, and then she starts listening a tune, which is the Darth Vader song. And then, so this is her listening to the tune, and you see Darth Vader with hearts. So here's the page. So here you have more the hearts and Darth Vader. Here it is. And then who was singing the song was the little mouse. So this is a character from Ivy, and she was singing the song because she has a huge crush on Darth Vader. So she's imagining Darth Vader calling to her so she can be with him in the spaceship. So yeah, this is for Valentine's Day, and it always makes me laugh. So I have several people concerned what's going to happen to the little mouse. When I'm creating the story, I still don't know the end, so I'm just creating, you know, a bunch of pages. But the next pages we are going to see a little bit more on the little mouse and Darth Vader, so that one I can tell you. But yes, this was the page that makes me laugh the most for now. So I will also, I know a lot of you already done this tag, but if you haven't, if you can answer this question, that will be awesome. Then is share a book you love. What draws you to that book? And that one is easy. It's this one. It's a Star Wars book. Why? Because in this book, it makes me happy. Whenever I color it, it gives me an opportunity to create and remember good times, because I was a storytelling teacher at university. So this was one of the stories that I used to teach my students how to break it down, analyze characters, the story, and so on. So you already know about this page, why I love this page. Then we have, for example, this one was done for Jamie's tag last year for Spacember. So it was Men in Black. So I just made this page with the colors of Men in Black, and I added the device that erases your memory. So see, even though it's a mandala, you can create. Then I have a couple of pages that I want to do. So this one was me trying to see if I could do like a mirror effect. But yeah, this one it didn't turn so well, but I always enjoy what I do because it's a chance to learn, and I like the effect with a sponge that I'm going to talk afterwards. So here we have, you know, the spaceship. They are in a spaceship. So this was a mandala, and once again I imagine them being in a spaceship and looking. I did this last year for the May the 4th be with you. So it's like Yoda is lifting a mandala using the force. So a lot of shine. These pages always takes me a long time because I need to color precisely, which is hard and painful for me. So they take a long time, but they bring me a lot of joy. So I just need to be very, very patient, and I know I'm going to take a long time to do them. Then let's see more finished pages. I have a lot of ideas in the book, as you can tell. So this was a second try with different glitter glue, and then I used a different color. So it was another experiment. I think I like this one more than the other one. Oh, and the colors, this is the evil Jar Jar, because if you saw the Lego the Lego animation, he becomes evil. So this is the evil Jar Jar, and the other one was the good Jar Jar. More, I did this one for autumn. So you have the two robots with autumn colors and stickers. This one was also for Space Timber. We have the Little Prince. More for Space Timber, we have a galaxy done through a mandala. And this one is Jabba. So here he is, a lot of glitter also. Oh, another one done with washi. So see here, I couldn't color anything. I spent a couple of months trying to color with my right hand and trying to learn that, but this wasn't the moment. This was just a moment to see a little bit of glitter glue. That's all I could color. And then I have the washis. More. Here we have Christmas in July. So you have the Christmas ornaments. Another page. Yeah, so this allows me to create a lot of stories. This was a page that was a repeat, I don't know why, of a mandala. So I done this for Space Timber. We have Hoppy. If you haven't seen the documentary, go and watch it because it's just amazing. So I just did this with a collage. This was from a magazine. And this I just splatter. This was my first neon coloring attempt. Yeah, I need to learn. This needs. It was really fun because when I first did it, this black was nowhere to be seen, so it was only neon. It was just too much. It hurt your eyes, but I'm trying to do more experiments with neon and learning how to color with them. So this was one of the first pages without using the washi. So here's Luke looking, and then you have the two colors. Darth Vader for the Doodles Black and White challenge. More. Yeah, so I do this little by little, and it's always with me, this book. Oh, another washi tape that I also did this. So this is in the, you remember in the book when Boba Fett goes inside the beast. So here's the tentacles, and then he gets swollen. Then later on we know that he survived. So this is just a representation. Another wallpaper just with these ones. And yeah, and the last one, the guard. So this is my favorite book that I always go back to it. Then the next question is, share a background you love. What is the process of creating it and the end result you loved? So here in this question, I'm going to take a little bit more time because I want to show you four different backgrounds that I use a lot. And if you have problems with your hands, maybe you can try and do them because I don't see a lot of people doing some of them. So first, I'm going to show you the materials and then I'm going to show you the examples, okay? So this I love. This is Brosho. It's watercolor. And these are the colors. So how they work is that I just have a little pin because it makes a little hole. And then you just do like this in the page. You add water and then it does effects like this. So I'm going to show examples, but first let me just show you the materials. So this is one of the backgrounds that I love. Another background that I use a lot, it's this one. So I have the paint and then I have this sponge. This one is a new one. The other one is a mess. Okay, so it was a big sponge. This is a bathroom sponge, but I just cut a little bit. you know, the perfect size to go here, and then I just do like this on the page. So I'll show you examples of that. The other background. Oopsie. Something fell. It was my brush, but they're okay. So the third background that I use a lot is this. It's spray inks. This one is not one that I'm recommending because this is for textile paint. The only reason I bought it, it's because it was very cheap and it was in the supermarket when I was buying food, so I wanted to try. But I really like to use them because, you know, it's just spray, and then I'll show you examples of the effects that it gives. So spray inks for me work well. I mean, I cannot use a lot, but you know, it's really fast and you can do very fun things with spray inks. Okay, not this brand, but you can find in your country like brands like this. And let me show the fourth background that I really like. This is an example, this one. So this is Portuguese. It's saying you are supposed to go around this with your marker, but I don't see a coloring book. I see a background book. So these papers for me are perfect. Just I have the background and then I just need to add something to it. So I use a lot of collage. So this is a representation of collage. For backgrounds, I use all kind of papers. I use washi papers. I use origami papers. I use wrapping paper. I use paper pads. I use books. So I use everything to do backgrounds using collage. So now that I showed you the materials, I'm going to show you examples. Okay, so let's go to the Alien Worlds book. And in this book, each chapter I was experimenting with a different supply. I finished the whole book, but I created my own story. So in this story, I'm an astronaut. And this is a Star Wars story, so I'm going to the different locations to try and find information that can help the resistant and to defeat the dark side. So this is the story. So starting in the beginning, see this color, all of this was done with the spray paints. So this and this, because the blue is also spray paint. This, so it's all the different colors that I had. All of this is spray paints, except the spaceship, that it was just with the other paint that I showed you with a sponge. But yeah, the spray paints, it's all of this. Oh, this one has a little bit of glitter. See, spray paints, all of this. And then I also use a lot of coloring pages from other books. I just add to create my own story. So more spray paints. So all of this chapter, I mean, this is the introduction of the story, but I was just trying to see how I could work with these spray paints, because of course it's not easy in terms of having exactly the right drops or how it's going to look like in the end. But I just embrace, you know, the looseness of it. Now, for the first chapter of the book, here it was really collage that I was experimenting with. So yes, I have other materials. This one is gouache, but I was mainly experimenting with the backgrounds. And this is paper. So yes, I did cut this circle, so I have a moon, you know. Yeah, so I put this tag here and so on, and then this is from a coloring page, so this is mostly collage. And here, yeah, this is all the backgrounds that you are seeing. And then I needed like a rock that I did this one. So all these backgrounds, this one too, it's collage. Because what I discovered is that I enjoy coloring the animals, but then the backgrounds for me sometimes are very boring, just coloring rocks and trees and stuff like that. So I use collage a lot. So another more collage here a lot. So the little pieces that were scraps from these previous papers that I had to cut the size, then I just glue them and I just did this tempo, and this is washi tape. So that was collage. So an example of a background. Another example of the background is this one, which is this sponge that I showed you. These are granulating watercolors, this one, and this is gouache. I'm sorry, this is Gansai Tambi. And so I use this, and then I just did like this, and you have this effect. So this whole planet, it's like this, only with one color, and that's how it turns out. More with the planet, so I just did the whole planet like this, and more. So this is the watercolor, more watercolors. So yeah, so here I was experimenting with watercolors, and that's what I did. This is nail polish actually, and more nail polish. So, more nail polish, yeah. So this is what I was experimenting with this one. Then we have another planet, more collage, and now you can see the wrapping paper as a background. So this and this are both wrapping papers, and then I color the alien. This is also a different paper. This I colored the whole thing, and see what I'm saying, I got really bored doing all of this with alcohol markers. It was really boring for me and painful, but yeah, but as I say, I like to experiment with different things. More, this is glitter paper that I just cut and put it here. More glitter paper, another coloring page, and now we have another planet. So we have more different backgrounds. So in this one I was continue to experiment with the spray inks. So this has acrylic with glitter, acrylic with no glitter, and then it has the spray. So here it is, see the sky, all of this, oops, see, it was done with those spray inks. The problem with them is that's why I'm saying, you know, this is for textile, not for coloring books. But since I always use 2 copies when I do the whole book, I'm not concerned with this. Yeah, this is metallic marker, all of this. This is pearlescent watercolor, and then see the paints. So all of these backgrounds, this sky was made with also those paints. See, it looks like a mess if you see here. Yeah, so more, see. So this was the spray and collage. So this one I had the Africa paperback. Yeah, all collage, but I need, see, this I had to do because he needed to be walking on something. So yes, I just cut the pieces and do this one. I had to do the rocks. Yeah, this one I just cut the part, and then this is the paper. So this one is the paper, see, but the paper is not as it comes. You need to do stuff to it. So for example, here you see, like, this is a different paper. This just, oh, maybe can you see it, the difference? Yes. So, oh, and here are the brushes that I wanted to show you, the watercolor with the powder. Hang on. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of things near me. So remember this powder? So this is how it looks like. This is just one color. I think this was brown, and see all the effects that gives you. So the only thing that I did here was black acrylic marker. This is also acrylic marker, and all of this was just Brusho, one color. Oops. Again, Brusho, all of this just one color here. Then this is a gel crayon, acrylic marker, but this is Brusho. Also, the problem with Brusho, so you are warned, it also bleeds through. So yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm just drinking something so I don't start coughing. So this was another planet. Now another planet. See the background? Glitter paper. Glitter paper. Always glitter paper. And in this one, I was experimenting with Himi wash. So all of this, it's Himi wash. And then I have acrylic paint for, you know, the black with the animals. More coloring pages. So all of this, it's wash. Himi wash. Yeah, and then see the background, I'm using the glitter paper. This glitter paper was brown, this one is black. So all Himi gouache, and then I just used the acrylic marker to go around. So Himi gouache, that's what I was trying to learn. And yeah, the same, this is gel crayon, and this is also paper that I had. So this is nail polish, yeah, or nail polish, or it was glitter glue. Oh no, I think it was glitter glue. Okay, so see, it's all the same materials that I was trying to learn. And then in this one, it was the crystal planet. So yes, you continue with the glitter paper. And then this is sticker. It's holographic sticker. So once again, we have the papers. So see, I had to cut this tree branch so he's walking on something, and then added the crystals. So the paper added the crystals and the aliens. So by now here I knew that I like to color the aliens. And then for the background I used a lot of collage. So for example, see here, the paper goes like this. I had to cut in the shape of the animal. The rest of the paper I just flipped, and here it is. I didn't cut anything. This is exactly what it was in this one, exactly the same shape. So I always try to use up all the material. So yeah, see, always paper, and this is paper, and this is sticker. One more. So another planet, and here it's the same. I'm using papers. You already saw this. Papers, a lot of collage. I did this with a punch. Yeah. Oh, this is the Portuguese sardines. They were made, this is napkins. Okay, they are napkins, and they are a symbol of Portugal, and they are going to appear now in the next Ivy pages because they had to. So punch and napkins and paper, and then this is the alien. Okay, so if you want to see all the story, you can go to my YouTube channel, and there you have the explanation and you have the story. Okay, more. For example, in this paper, it was a paper, but I wanted it to have glitter like snow. So you see that it shines. So this shine is because I put watercolor, pearlescent watercolor. I just, you know, just did it like this. So now I have a shining paper. I know you cannot really tell, but I wanted to experiment. So that's it. Another planet. So in this one, I was experimenting with this glitter, and also with inking like this. So yeah, see, it was the paper, but then I was inking around so you can see better the rings. And I use stencils in this one for the first time. So yes, it's the paper for the background, but I also use stencils to add more things that I wanted. And this is from a book, this is from a notebook. So I have collages from everywhere. So see the paper, and this is what I added, and it's metallic paint. Here it's the same thing. It was the paper, but then I just made the circles with metallic paint. So I added to the background, even though it's a paper, I added my own touch, and this is metallic marker. That here it is. Yeah, it can be any brand. It's just, I thought I needed, because I wanted to do this as a circle. So circle and circle, so it matched the theme. Another experiment, I did the same. The background is a paper, but I added the circles. And this one is done with a paper roll, the toilet paper roll. I didn't like this one very much. And this one is with another circle. I added washi with circles. I know you cannot see a lot, but I thought it would be fun just to point here to the center. Here I added glitter glue to the paper, so it's all shiny. Yeah, here I added glitter glue to the paper, so it shines. I added more circles and added the metallic paint. Here I added this, I added this, and the circles, it was different, but I added them and I painted. So even though I'm using the paper, I'm doing some modifications to it, and this is the last chapter. So yeah, see, it's still the paper, but I wanted it to be more even roughed up, because this is ancient Egypt. It was a destroyed civilization. So yeah, I just put the sponge, and you have like, see, it's the paper, but yeah, you can see the metallic shine. Once again, the paper, but I added this, and this the column, so the alien can be around it. Once again, I added this. So here I painted, because this was, half of it was underwater. So I used the same paints here, but then I added watercolor here. This is watercolor pencil. So in this chapter, I was experimenting with pencil for the first time. So this is pencil and ink. So once again, I added this part of the paper. I added this one. I added with acrylic marker these shapes. I added this. So yes, and the alien. One more. And the end. So here I put the lessons that you learn from each chapter. So these are, each chapter has a different lesson, all the planets, and then the end, it's a celebration. So they are celebrating, and I just created this page that didn't exist, but I thought we needed a celebration. So here you saw the examples of all the different backgrounds that I enjoy to do, and hopefully this can give you some ideas. So the next question is, share what type of pages you love to color, and why do you prefer that style? Okay, so I think by now you already know that I love Star Wars, so all the pages of Star Wars I'm not going to show again, but I love all of them. I also love dragons. So hang on, this one. So this is the first pages that I ever colored. It was Star Wars. Here was when I could color with my left hand. So yes, all of this, I completed the whole book. Then my next completed book was the dragons. So that's why now I'm doing the dragon, the ivy and the inky butterfly, because there's dragons and butterflies that I love. So this was my second completed book. You have the dragons. And then the other thing that I love is space. Oh, ancient Egypt, also something that I love. Sorry, just for curiosity, this is what I consider my first authored page because I added the sticker and I added the camels with a stencil and I put here the stickers of the palm tree. So this was my first authored page, and from this I went to Alien Worlds. So if you are starting, don't worry about doing a lot of complicated things. Just start with small things because they are amazing too, okay? So ancient Egypt, I also love. More Star Wars. Space, love space. And Star Wars, yeah, space and Star Wars, a lot of them. Love mermaids. I'm going to show you everything that has to do with water. Here's the Portuguese sardines again, and the Little Mermaid. Yeah, mermaids, I love them. More mermaids. So all of this that you are seeing, see the backgrounds, wrapping paper. This one is just from a paper pad. This one was, I think it was to make airplanes, a paper to make airplanes that I just use it. This one I did it with oxide, distress oxide. I did this in a black paper, and then you have the Little Mermaid. So I love this. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to show you regarding backgrounds and also what I love to color. So I did this. It's the same one as the Little Mermaid, and this was experiments that I was doing with brush on. So another color, so I was using different colors. So this is just black cardstock with metallic paint. More holographic paper with brush on, another. And this is from that book that I showed you, the book that you can go around, but I just use it for backgrounds. So another brush color. See, background, another color, another color. So here I was just having fun with the colors and experimenting. So see how easy it is for this background. It's just having that paper, and here you have it. So again, okay, so that's it. Another type of book that I love, it's this type, because these types give me opportunity to experiment with different materials. So I completed this book, the whole thing, using stickers, different materials. It was my testing ground. Distress oxide, so a lot of paint, the spray paint, stickers. So these books allow me to tell my own story. So here you just had to find the pattern, and then you could color anywhere you wanted. So see, more mermaids. Yeah, this was an awesome book. I asked the author if she was going to do another one, because I really want another one. So more things that I love to color. I already showed you the mermaids, but let me show you again, because if there's no mermaids, I just add them. So hang on. So see, I added a mermaid. This is with wash and acrylic. More mermaids that I added. Background with wrapping paper. These mermaids had a lightsaber because the ship fell to the bottom of the sea and they found the lightsabers, so now they are playing. This is the winter mermaids and the summer mermaids, and they all come together in this place to have fun. More mermaids. This is with a stencil that I just cut the paper, and we have here the Superman. So yeah, this is what I love to color. So this also goes for the objects that you love to color, because I prefer the characters and not the objects to color. Then regarding the question of what embellishments do you love to use, I love to use a lot of collages you saw, a lot of glitter, a lot of metallics. I love everything shining. I don't know if this is a phase or not, but this is what I really enjoy right now. Share what color you love to use on your pages. What I love to use is all the colors, but my favorite color is blue. So whenever I'm coloring blue, I'm always happy with that. Share what hobbies you love other than coloring. Are you an indoor cat or more of outdoorsy? I'm an outdoorsy person. I have always been, but now I can't, so I need to stay at home. And so my hobbies are coloring. And I have also read a lot. So reading and coloring, those are my hobbies. And then lastly, share what you love about coloring and our wonderful coloring community. So what I love about coloring, I think I already said it before, but it's an opportunity for me to continue telling my stories, because I've been studying storytelling for 22 years now. So I have always told stories in different ways, and now I'm telling my stories in coloring books. So I love that. I love that even though I'm not working anymore, I can still do projects. So Spacember is an example of a project that now exists, and there's only 6 months away for Spacember, so get ready for that, Spacember 2025. It's also a way for me to have a creative outlet. It's also a way for me to do art therapy. It's also a way for me to do physiotherapy, because, for example, for this hand, you need to gain mobility again. So instead of I had to count pins and stuff like that, I was using it to move my pages and the tapes. So it was also a form for me to do physical therapy. It also allows me to, instead of thinking about pain, I can think about what story I'm going to create and what colors. So I mean, for me, it's just an amazing hobby. It really is. What do I love about my our wonderful coloring community? So many things. So starting with inclusion, even though we are all different, we all love each other and we all support each other. So this is just amazing. So for example, when I came out with my Yoda page, my washi Yoda page, no one said anything bad about it. No one came after me. They all supported me, and because of that, I was able to continue being in the coloring community and to create, all of this stuff. I also love the groups and the hashtags that everyone does, because it allows you to experiment with different things. More things that I love. The inspiration that everyone gives me. So everyone is different. Everyone works in different ways, but they are all inspirations for me. Okay, so I also love that. And I mean, I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff, but yes, it's a hobby that I recommend everyone. If you like it, I think it's a good thing for you to do. Regarding tagging people to do this tag, I'm tagging Jamie from the coloring channel Finding Joy in Color. I think a lot of others already done the tag, but if you haven't done it, I'm tagging you so you can do it and I can get to know you better. In the description of the video, I'm also going to put many coloring channels that help me and are an inspiration for me, so I'm going to tag them. So if you are new to this hobby, you can go and you can find them all, and there are many more channels, so I'm sorry if I'm forgetting you, but I'll try to include you in the next video, so I hope I can do that. And now I just want to finish with a story that happened about our wonderful coloring community. So I'm part of a Portuguese coloring group. and I'm also part of the Alien Reports group, and I also created my Instagram book, which is Altering Coloring Pages. So if you want to share your pages, learn more about altering pages, you just just let me know and I'll add you to the group. So I have these 3 groups, and in the Portuguese group, I never met anyone in person, even though they live in my country. But 2 weeks ago, I was in a hospital going for an appointment, and then I have someone reaching to me, and she was like, "Are you Soraya?" "Yes." "Oh, I'm this person from the coloring group." So that was when we met in person. And it's just amazing because the hospital has thousands and thousands of people. So what are the chances that both of us were going into the appointment at the same day, the same time, different appointments, and both of our doctors were late. So both of us were just talking and talking about coloring. So in a moment that was dark, then that moment became full of light, just because we were together talking about coloring. So this is just an example, a real story that happens when you join the coloring community and you are part of it. So I cannot wait to continue seeing your colorings. Thank you to everyone that is making videos so we can all watch and learn. And I'll see you next time. Bye.